Hey guys, if you are new around here, my name is Ron and today I'm gonna be potting up some more plants. So this is part 2 of the potting up new plants video. Alright, so part 1 and part 2 was meant to be just one video, but then I was editing it on my computer and realized it was taking like a whole hour for whatever reason. I'm like slow when it comes to repotting plants because I just find it so relaxing and I just want to take my time and make sure that they're all properly potted up. Yeah, so this part 2 is going to be potting up the Queen Anthurium, the Anthurium Clarinervium, and the Philodendron Melanochrysum. At the end of this video, I will also be watering all of the plants in one take. So yeah, it's just gonna be like a hodgepodge of the part 1 and part 2. But yeah, let's get started. Okay, so here are the 3 newest plants that I got in my last plant haul. As you can see, I didn't get around to repotting these guys into soil because of my unexpected Hawaii trip. But here is the Queen Anthurium. It still looks good. I mean, the yellow spots and imperfections have kind of progressed a little bit. And the yellow leaf back here is continuing to yellow slowly. The stem with that wilted leaf still feels pretty firm and healthy. It looks okay, but today we're gonna finally remove it from the sphagnum moss and then see exactly what the roots look like on actually all of these plants. And then here is the Philodendron Melanochrysum, which still is looking very flawless if you ask me. In that video, this was the newest leaf, which still looks very good. And then check out this new leaf that has just unfurled. Looking so cute. Who gave you the permission to look so cute? But yeah, this one I can tell is doing very well. And then here is the Anthurium Clarinervium, which is doing just fine as well. You can actually see the beginnings of a new growth in there. If you can see. Yep, all of the plants in my Milsbo cabinet have been very, very happy. They've been showing a lot of growth. Super fast growth, and I'm just so excited because I've never seen a plant grow that fast in my plant room before. So let's go ahead and unwrap these guys and see what we are working with. So I made sure to water them before my trip, and I had to water them again yesterday. I arrived 2 days ago, so a week and a half I think was enough time for these to sort of dry out a little bit. They weren't completely dry, but I was worried about the fact that these were still sitting in the sphagnum moss, which is very tightly wrapped. But I feel like at the same time, a week and a half is a good amount of time for them to be acclimated in this Milsbo cabinet, so there should be healthy roots in here still. There you go. Look at all those roots. They look like ramen or udon noodles, which is starting to make me hungry because the roots look really good. I'm gonna use some of this sphagnum moss actually. And I hope this plant fits in this pot. It should fit in there. The top will kind of be exposed just a little bit, but that should be okay. So strangely enough, I know I'm still kind of a beginner when it comes to anthuriums, but the roots on this one almost feel like orchid roots, like very thick and juicy. Those are like my favorite descriptor words when describing roots. Thick and juicy. There we go. Very simple. And she looks super cute in this 4-inch pot. Ta-da! Okay, next one will be the Philodendron Melanochrysum. So this one I cannot get over the foliage because it looks so velvety and I don't know how to describe it, like satin, silky. That's the word, silky. Just makes you want to like slip into some very comfortable silky loungewear. Pia, are you getting bored? Stay, sit. Okay, that was low-key pretty stressful because the roots are the same color as the sphagnum moss and it's very hard to tell what is what without damaging the healthy roots. But this is the root ball. Gonna stop it right there and then pot it up right now. Okay, so for this one, I do want to stake it up, but I don't think I have a proper stake for it. So for now, I'm just gonna use this bamboo skewer, which is probably gonna disintegrate sooner or later, just to kind of support it for the time being until I get another stake. And there we go. Ta-da! Oh, I love this plant so much. It's so pretty. Okay, last but not least is the Queen Anthurium. So this one has been very controversial in my last video because of the fact that it came with a wilted leaf and existing leaves here don't really look the healthiest. But you know what? They are still green and that is the main thing, right? So I did reach out to Carnivero, the seller that I got this from, about that wilted leaf, and they did offer a full refund. But me being the type of person that likes to rehab plants, I decided to keep this one because yes, there might be some yellow spots in here, brown spots, a yellowing old leaf, a wilted leaf that fell off. Plants do grow and they do shed their older leaves. So eventually these leaves will fall off and that's okay. As long as I keep up with the care and maintenance, this will push out healthy leaves, okay? What I do want to find out is just what the root system looks like on this, because this is a pretty big plant to begin with. And this plant especially does not ship very well, apparently, mainly due to its very unique leaf shape and just the way that the petioles are sticking out. They're very long this way and they're very long this way. So just imagine, how do you carefully package that up without some form of bending? Carnivero did do a good job in packaging them up and making sure that there was a lot of packing peanuts in the box. So the fault does not lie there. It's just, it happens sometimes. Leaves do snap during shipping. You cannot avoid that, especially with new growth. That new leaf right there that fell off was probably not hardened all the way. And so it was very, very fragile already. So it happens. Okay, there we go. There is the massive root ball. A lot of the roots at the bottom feel sort of dry, so I know this plant is very thirsty. The leaves do feel a little bit soft, softer than they would feel if they were hydrated for sure. Let's see if it fits in this 4-inch pot. Very doubtful, but yeah, there would be no room for soil in there. So I'm gonna have to put it in this big pot. Yeah. And then somehow make space in my cabinet, or just go and get another cabinet. But yeah, right here is the mother stem. It goes pretty deep. It's like this long in there. So half of it is sitting in the medium and half of it is protruding out. And that is where this plant grew out from, right here, from that node. Yeah, let's just pot it up. Okay, there we go. Ta-da! Yeah, this one is definitely gonna have to somehow sit on a shelf in order for these leaves to kind of dangle freely. Because I don't have a stake. Let me see. Okay, I found a stake right here. I stole it from that agave that I have on the shelf. Let's see how this works. Okay, and then we'll come in with the green Velcro. Okay, not bad. There we have it. The Queen Anthurium, Philodendron Melanochrysum, the Anthurium Clarinervium, the Hawaiian bamboo orchid, and the Cebu Cebu pothos. No, Cebu blue pothos. Okay, now I just need to water these and then I will put them in their homes on the shelves somehow in the cabinet. I know the Cebu blue is probably gonna sit on the shelf here behind me. But yeah, let's go ahead and water them now. Okay, so in my watering can, I did add a little bit of Dr. Q's plant tonic, as I usually do with my transplants, just to kind of help with transplant shock. All right, who's first? So today's actually 4 days since that repotting, and I will show you what the plants look like today. There's not much growth to report, but let me just show you anyway. Okay, so here's the cabinet. I decided to put the Queen Anthurium on the second shelf here. It was previously up there, but I've since went out and bought more of these little cup thingies and a couple more of these shelves. So things might look a little bit different from the Milsbo setup video. But here is the Queen Anthurium. As you can see, there's not any action in there at all. There might be, this kind of does, ooh. Actually this has kind of swelled up a little bit, I think. So there might be some growth coming out of that real soon. So that's pretty exciting. As you can see, the mother stem right there is halfway above the soil and halfway beneath the soil. This is a very chunky mix. It's still pretty moist 4 days later. But yeah, these two leaves still look the same. The yellowing is advancing a little bit. Hopefully it stops and slows down. Here is the other leaf. But they are still pretty healthy. Like, they feel pretty firm. They do get a little bit soft when they do need to be watered, and then they firm up pretty quickly. So that's how I know when the plant actually needs water. And then up here is the Clarinervium, kind of buried next to the Forgetii, which, by the way, the Forgetii is blooming, so that's cool. Here's a new leaf right there. It looks so cool. It has like a darker green color and it's still expanding. This one, I find that it actually grows pretty slowly in terms of like the unfurling of the leaf and how it matures into its full size. But anyway, the focus is not that plant. It is this Clarinervium. And that is what the soil looks like. It's still chunky. Let me see if it's moist still. Yeah, it's still pretty moist. But yeah, not much progress to report on this one. But yeah, this is the newest leaf right here. It's so cute. It's like so compact. I love the veining, how vibrant that looks compared to the older leaves on here. This is like a turtle shell, even more so than the string of turtles here, right? So cool. And then down here in the bottom compartment is the Philodendron Melanochrysum. This one is sitting on this new middle shelf that I got. And it's actually quite close to the grow lights up there. It does get pretty warm. This is a metal deflector right here, and it's like within an inch of that. So I'm gonna actually move this plant somewhere else, maybe down here if there's a room. I really have to get another cabinet, guys. But yeah, this one is the newest leaf, and if I turn it, you can see that there is already a new growth point. So that is cool. This one, I can tell, grows really fast. It grows almost as fast as this Brantianum, because the newest leaf is still unfurling and there is already a growth point right there. So yeah, actually, let me switch places with the Brantianum, because this one is still pretty short and it should fit nicely up there, just like that. And then this one, she can sit right there. Look how pretty that looks. It's so silky. And look at the back of the leaves. So pretty. But yeah, that is 4 days later of those 3 plants. Well, that is it for part 2. If you haven't seen part 1 and you're interested in seeing me repot the Hawaiian bamboo orchid and the Cebu blue pothos, then definitely check it out right here at this link. If you enjoyed this video, guys, hit the thumbs up, and if you haven't yet already, plant scribe. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!